Hi everyone, welcome to our little Thursday afternoon 75-minute class. Maybe it's not Thursday afternoon when you're watching this, of course it could be anywhere and any time. Thank you for joining me and for allowing me to share the practices of yoga with you, the most direct tools I believe to help free us from really the tyranny of the mind, to set us free of our past patterns. As always, if you have any questions about anything we do in the class, please pop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you and I'll be happy to help in any way I can. Remember that our practice is there to steady the mind. So make sure you work in a way that is strong enough to keep the mind focused and present, but gentle enough that you're not adding stress on any level physically, mentally or emotionally. And of course, if you would like to support me directly, there's a PayPal link in the description. If not, that's absolutely fine. I believe these practices should be accessible to everyone, regardless of financial circumstances. So, just starting sitting cross-legged, make your body comfortable, and just close your eyes and tune into the sound of your breath. I want you to take these first few moments just to scan through your body and take note of how you're feeling right now. To let go of unnecessary tension, especially around the face and jaw. And keep checking in with your body throughout the practice, recognizing that it'll feel different as you move through the asana, the postures, and start to work with conscious breathing. Take one more breath here. And keeping your eyes closed, just start to fold your body gently forward and take the arms out in front, keeping your hands shoulder width apart. Start to let the body fold a little further, but make sure you're moving the front of the body forward. So you're not just squashing the front of the body. Have a sense of moving the collarbones away from the navel. And just take a last breath or two here. See if you can relax the back of the neck and the shoulders. And after breathing out, gently sit back up, reach your arms up high, and then take your right hand down next to you. Take your left arm over your head and see if you can lengthen the left side of the body. Try to gently lift the left side ribs up and pull the left elbow back in line with the shoulders. Keep your face soft and the breath steady through the nose. Exhale one more time here. And then gently bring the body back up. Reach high to the fingertips. And then turn your upper body to the right, taking the left hand onto the left knee. There's a little bonus hip stretch there. As you breathe in, lift up through the crown of the head. And as you breathe out, see if you can deepen your twist. Just take a last breath here. See if you can turn a bit further as you exhale. And then unravel from your twist. Take your hands around behind you. Pull your shoulders back, lift the collarbones. And see if you can get a little stretch across the upper chest and shoulders. Just one more smooth breath here. And you can either choose to just lean back and swap the legs the other way, or if you'd like, you can press down through fists or palms, pick the body up and swap the legs in midair. Just if you're feeling enthusiastic. Once you've settled into your second side of cross-legged, start to bring the body forward once more. Pay attention to the details, to the difference between the two sides. Get to know your body a little bit better. Lengthen forward with each in-breath and soften with each out-breath. Just one more calm breath here. And after exhaling, sit back up, reach the arms up high, lengthening through both sides equally. But then take your left hand down in line with your hips, take your right arm over your head and start to lengthen the right side body. It's important here we keep a sense of the right sit bone moving down so that the right hand has something to move away from. Keep the left shoulder away from the ear. And just go a little bit further for the last breath or two. And then gently sit back up. Reach high to the hands as you breathe in. And then twist to the left. So left hand behind you and right hand to right knee. Again, with each in-breath, lift up through the head. With each out-breath, turn the body a little further. Last breath here. After breathing out one more time, unravel out of your twist. And now take, again, both hands behind you. Pull the shoulders back and pressing down through the fingers, lift the collarbones. See if again you can find that sense of broadening across the upper chest, so across the front of the shoulders and collarbones. Take another smooth breath in here. And then gently release the hands. And make your way into a kneeling plank position. So make sure your palms are flat with the hands shoulder width apart. The knees just a little behind the hips. Keep the elbows unlocked. And for a couple of breaths, I just want you to bring some spontaneous movement into your spine. So don't think about it, just start to move and do what feels good for you. So you can move up and down, side to side, circles. You can hold one position. Try to be a bit intuitive with movement. Try to feel rather than think. And after your next out breath, just gently come back to the center. Either stay on the knees, just looking down between the thumbs, or if you're a bit more enthusiastic, pick up the knees about 10 centimeters. Keep the breath calm and steady through the nose, shoulders and face relaxed. Exhale one more time here. Then lower your knees once more to the mat. Move the hips back onto the heels in child's pose. Try to lengthen from the hips to the hands. At the same time, keep the shoulders moving out to the sides. Either choose to stay here, or after you exhale, lift the hips, press the heels back, and make your way into downward facing dog. If you're in down dog, just check that your feet are hip width and parallel. Your hands are shoulder width and parallel, sort of first or second finger pointing forward. Maybe give the head a little roll side to side and see if you can relax the back of the neck. Lift up through the hips, but press down through the heels and hands. See if you can lift your sit bones towards the sky. Take one more smooth breath here. And after you exhale, raise the heels and look forwards. And bring the feet lightly to the hands. Walk, step or float. With your feet comfortably apart, let the body hang forward, either palms up on the mat or holding opposite elbows. And if that feels too strong for you, just place hands on the shins. Wherever you are, try to lengthen all the way from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And just take one more breath here. press your hips forward. Stand all the way up. Stretching the backs of the wrists, reach the arms up high as you breathe in and lift onto the toes. Then lower the heels, lower the hands, and step your feet together. With the hands on the thighs, take a smooth breath in, lifting up through the crown. And then gently breathe out and let the shoulders drop down. Press into the feet. Now sweep the arms wide, reach them high and take a breath in, maybe looking up. And then fold forward, place hands to shins or mat and gently breathe out. Lift your collarbones forwards, arch the spine as you breathe in. And placing the hands to the mat, make your way back into downward facing dog. Stay there and rest, or rest in child's pose, or move forward to plank. Take a breath in there. You can be on the knees if you'd like. And then smoothly lower to the stomach and exhale. Lift the chest and hands. Take a smooth breath in. And holding the breath if you can, press back into down dog and breathe out. And everyone just take a breath here, all meeting up in down dog. Press the armpits towards the knees as you exhale. Then raising the heels, look forwards and breathing. And walk, step or float feet lightly to the hands. Press the hips forwards a little. Sweep the arms wide, reach high and breathing. And now second cycle, fold forward and calmly breathe out. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine. Again, hands to shins is fine. Then step your left foot back into a long lunge, about 1.5 meters. Bring the body upright. Reach high to the hands as you breathe in. And sink down into the hips and breathe out. With the back legs strong and straight, see if you can lean a little further back. Breathe in. Then take hands to the mat and step the right foot lightly back into down dog. Try not to drag it on the mat. Stay and rest or move forward into plank and calmly breathe in. And lower with control to the stomach. Use the knees if necessary. Lift the chest and hands as you breathe in. And stay there or go a bit deeper as you breathe out, maybe raising the feet. Take another breath in. You can take up dog if it's comfortable for you. And then again, press back and breathe out in downward facing dog. Take a calm breath in down dog. Try to roll the shoulders out to the sides. Broaden across the upper back. Then raise the heels, look forwards and inhale. Bring the feet lightly to the hands and exhale. Arch the spine, lengthening navel to throat as you breathe in. And now step your right foot lightly back to a lunge. From your long lunge, reach the arms high and inhale. And keeping the back leg straight, sink into the hips as you breathe out. Reach to the back foot, reach to the hands. Maybe arch a little further as you breathe in. Maybe look up. Then bring hands to the mat. Picking up your left foot, step back to down dog. Stay and rest or move forward to plank. Take a breath in. With control, lower down and breathe out. Keep the elbows in. Lift the chest and hands. Activate the back muscles. Stay there or maybe raise the feet as you breathe out. Stay there or maybe take up dog, your choice. And holding the breath if comfortable, press back to down dog and exhale. Again, all taking a breath in down dog. Try to lift from hands to hips and then from hips down to heels. Raise the heels, look forwards and breathe in. And walk, step or float feet to the hands. Then stand the body up. Sweep the arms wide. Reach to the fingertips and breathe in. Third cycle, fold forward and calmly breathe out. Lift the collarbones. Inhale, pull the shoulders back. Step the left foot back to a lunge and breathe out. Bring the body upright in the lunge. Reach high to the hands. And as you breathe out, bend your elbows and take the hands down behind the back. with the elbows squeezing in. Take another breath in and reach up into the fingers once more. Then bring hands to the mat and gently stretch over the right leg as you breathe out. Now bend the right knee, calmly breathe in. Pick up the right foot and step it lightly back to down dog. Stay and rest, maybe in child's pose, or move forward to plank, maybe on the knees. Lower with control to the stomach, hips and chest touch down at the same time. Lift the chest and hands, take a smooth breath in. Stay there or go a little bit deeper, your choice, maybe straight into up dog. One more breath in, maybe now going further. And then make your way back to down dog and breathe out. Take a breath in, down dog. Maybe give the head a roll side to side, relax the back of the neck. Then raising your heels, look forwards and inhale. And bring the feet lightly to the hands and breathe out. Again, arch the spine as you breathe in, pull the shoulders back. And step the right foot back into a long lunge. Stand in your lunge, reach to the fingertips, legs stay strong. Then bend the elbows, and as you exhale, take the hands down behind the back and maybe sink the hips. Then reach up to the fingers, lift the collarbones, maybe raise the gaze as you inhale. Hands to the mat and gently stretch over the left leg and breathe out. Bend the left knee, take a calm breath in. And picking up your left foot, ideally not scraping, step back to down face dog. Stay there and rest or move forward to your plank. Stay there or smoothly lower down. Don't collapse the last little bit. Take your version of up dog, maybe just lifting chest and hands. Stay there or go a little deeper as you breathe out. One more smooth breath into the chest. And then press back and breathe out in downward facing dog. And again, just take a breath in down dog. Try to press back through the calves, down through the heels. Then raise your heels, look forwards and inhale. And bring the feet lightly to the hands and breathe out. Sweeping the arms wide, reach high to the fingers and breathe in. Bring the hands to the heart, breathe out, and only if you're doing stomach work, take 10 abdominal exhalations. Now sweeping the arms wide, reach them high as you breathe in. With the arms reaching up, sink into the hips as you breathe out. Press the knees gently forward, reach the arms a little higher. And keeping the heels down, sink the hips deeper as you breathe out. Take one more breath. See if you can pull the elbows back a little bit further. And then gently fold the body over the legs and exhale in simple Uttanasana. So again, maybe hands to shins is fine. Those who are more comfortable, see if you can gently wrap the arms around the legs, hold elbows, and take the arms a little closer to the feet. Wherever you are, keep your breath calm and steady through the nose. Just one more breath here. After exhaling, lift the collarbones, look forwards and breathe in. Then bring your hands to the mat and make your way lightly back to downward facing dog. And just hold here for a couple of breaths and check in with how you're feeling again. A little scan through the body
And remember, your breath is a good barometer for the intensity of your practice. If you can't keep the breath steady through the nose, it probably means that you're doing a little too much with the body. So just take some simpler postures. Even rest if you need. Exhale one more time here. And after breathing out, reach the right leg high, stretch out through the toes, ideally hips are level. And step the right foot silently forward to a lunge. Stand up in your lunge, reach high to the hands as you breathe in. Then holding your left wrist, take the hands over to the right as you breathe out. Press out through the left palm as you inhale. And sink the hips a little deeper as you exhale. Now bring the body back up, reach through to the fingers and breathe in. Then spin the back heel down and open out to Warrior Two. Keep the hands in line with the shoulders. And keep a soft gaze over the front and middle finger. Take another breath here. Ideally the body in one plane. As you breathe in, cartwheel the arms forwards. And then picking up the right foot, step it back to down dog. And again, just hang out in down dog for a breath. Relax the neck, relax the shoulders. And with level hips, raise the left leg high. Reach out through the toe tip. And then step the left foot silently into the lunge. Bring the body up high. Lengthen to the fingertips as you inhale. Then hold the right wrist and take your hands over to the left as you breathe out. Again, as you breathe in, press up and out into the right hand. And sink the hips a little deeper as you breathe out. Keep the back leg strong. Now reach the arms up, lengthen to the hands as you inhale. Keeping the front knee well bent, open out into Warrior Two on the second side. Try to keep the body upright over the hips so we're not leaning forwards or backwards. And sink a little deeper. Reach equally to both hands. Then cartwheel the arms forwards, gently breathing. And picking up the left foot, ideally, step it back into downward facing dog. Just hold there for a breath. Lift through the hips as you inhale, press to the heels as you exhale. Then move forward to plank or stay and rest. And holding plank, breathe out. Take another smooth breath in here. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And smoothly lower to the stomach. Body in a straight line. Lift the chest and hands, breathing in. Stay there or go a little deeper as you breathe out. Again, breathe in, maybe taking a stronger variation. And press back. And exhale in downward facing dog. And from down dog, raise the hips and heels as you breathe in. Press the heels to the mat as you breathe out. Lift the hips, lift the heels, breathe in. And press the heels to the mat and exhale. Raising your heels, look forwards and inhale. And walk, step or float, feet to the hands and breathe out. From there, bend your knees, sweep the fingers along the mat. Come into Bootcut Asana. Now turn your upper body to the right, with left elbow outside the right knee, or just left hand outside the knee if necessary. Try to keep the knees level. And as you exhale, press the right hand down to deepen your twist. Just exhale one more time here, maybe turning a bit further. Keeping the hips low, inhale with hands to heart. And then turn to your left. So right elbow outside left knee. Again, try to keep the knees level, the head centered. Press down through the left hand to deepen the twist. Then with hands to the heart, come back to the center. And only those with good knees sink down as you breathe out. And from there, everyone straighten the legs, lift onto the toes and reach to the fingers. Then lower heels, lower hands. Gently exhale. And step your left foot back into Trikonasana, triangle posture. So a leg distance between the feet. Right hand to inner calf or knee or maybe ankle. And reach up into the left hand. Keep your body in line with the feet and the front knee unlocked. Take one more smooth breath here. And try to turn perhaps the body a little further. Now bend the right knee, take the right fingers forward and float into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. Try to reach out through the back toes and up to the left fingers. You can rest lightly on the left toe tip if you need. 2 or 3 fingers of the right hand should be ample. It's a balancing posture. Take one more breath here. Maybe reach out through the back foot a little more. As you breathe in, everyone bring the left hand down, level the hips to the mat. And as you exhale, sweep the right arm out to the side, keeping it in line with the shoulders. Or if you'd like a simpler option, right hand to the hip. But ideally, reach up through the right fingers and out through the back toes. Stay light on the left hand. Take one more breath here. Maybe turn a little further. And come back to Ardha Chandrasana. Right hand down, left hand raised. So working to be smooth in these transitions. Last breath here. And then gracefully bring left foot to right, reach the arms up high. And lower the hands down and exhale. Now step your right foot back. Come into Trikonasana on the second side. So Trikonasana, triangle posture. Try to reach down to the left hand as much as you reach up to the right. Keep weight in the back heel and the front toes. And try to pull the front ribs gently in. Just one more breath here. Try to keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. Then bend the left knee and float gracefully into Ardha Chandrasana. The left finger's under the shoulder. Reach the right arm to the sky. Reach all the way up through the back toes. Keep the right knee strong. Keep lifting the right hip. You can look up if you're feeling comfortable or down for a bit of extra stability. Last breath or two here. Reach to right hand and stay light on the left. On your next in-breath, level the hips. Bring the right hand under the shoulder. And then as you breathe out, sweep the left arm out to the side, turning your shoulders. Try to reach out through the back toes and press up through the back of the right thigh. Remember, you can have left hand to hip if you did first side. Just one more breath. See if you can turn just a little further. And after you exhale, in one fluid movement, come back to Ardha Chandrasana, the first position. One more breath here. Reach out through the back toes and the right hand. And then gracefully stand up. Feet together, reach the arms high. Bring the hands to the heart, close the eyes and just take a breath or two. Relax your shoulders and face. Try to lengthen your out breath. And after your next exhalation, step the left foot back into a lunge, hands still to the heart as you breathe in. Then spin the back heel down and make your way into Bhujangasana. On the elbow is the best option for most people. But make sure you're not leaning heavily on the elbow. It should feel like you're lifting away from it. Reach out through the left fingers and press into the outer edge of the left foot. Take one more breath here. Maybe sink a little deeper. And either stay there or now move into the bound hand variation. So right arm under the right thigh, left arm behind the back, and try to hold left wrist with right hand or whatever you can bind onto. Pull the left shoulder gently back, but press the hips forward in line with the feet. Looking down is more stable, looking up a little more fun. Just one more breath here. And after you exhale, hands to the mat, spin the back foot to face forward, and lower the left knee gently down. Then bring the body upright. For a simple option, place your hands on your right knee. Those who can bring left heel to buttock. If you're holding the foot, try to pull both shoulders back. And wherever you are, pull the body back away from the right thigh. Take one more breath here. Soften the face, relax the shoulders. And after you exhale, release the left foot. Reach the arms up high. And starting in a simple twist, turn to the right, left hand outside right knee. And see if you can look over the right shoulder. Either stay there or release the arms, press them out, then raise the back knee, and then move into Parivrita, Bhujangasana, twisting side angle. Maybe just taking elbow or shoulder outside the knee, palms pressing into each other to deepen the twist. Or if you'd like, take the left hand down and back, the right arm forward. And try and extend out through the right side body a little more. Just one more breath. See if you can gently deepen your twist. And then release. Take the hands either side of the front foot and step the left foot lightly forward to a lunge. To meet the right, sorry. And then stand up. Reach the arms high, stretch up to the fingers. And bring the hands to the heart and breathe out. And taking the same on the second side, step your right foot back to a long lunge. Try to step lightly. Then spin the back heel down and come to Bhujangasana, side angle posture on the second side. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Try to reach out into the right fingers, but lift the right side ribs up at the same time. Remember, you can look wherever your neck feels most comfortable. Take one more smooth breath here. And either stay there if you did first side, or else move into the bind. Left shoulder to the knee, left arm under the thigh. Take the right arm down behind the back, and ideally hold right wrist with left hand. Try to keep the hips and feet in line with each other. And particularly those in the bind, pull the right shoulder back. Last smooth breath here. After exhaling, release your hands, spin the back foot to face forward, and gently lower the right knee down. Bring the body up. Bring the hands onto the left knee, And either stay there if you did first side, that's plenty, or bring the right heel to the buttock. Trying to hold the foot with both hands equally. Those holding the foot, pull the shoulders back. Wherever you are, pull your front ribs back. And just take one more smooth breath. Try to relax the front of the right thigh and hip. And then gently release the foot. Reach the arms up as you breathe in. And twist to the left. It's a simple option to begin with. Right hand outside left knee, left hand to the lower back. Either stay there, which is actually a really nice, effective twist. Or reach out through the hands, raise the back knee, and then take right elbow or shoulder outside left knee and press the palms against each other. Try to turn the body further without side bending. Either stay there, or if you did first side, see if you can bring the right hand down and back and left arm up and forward. Gently turn the body a little further for the last couple of breaths. Don't forget to smile. If you can't smile, you're doing too much. And releasing. Take the hands to the mat, breathe in. And step the right foot to meet the left. Press the hips forward, stand all the way up. Reach to the fingers and inhale. Lower the hands down, gently exhale. With closed eyes, take a breath or two, just checking in with the body and breath once more. Let go of any unnecessary effort. Then opening your eyes, and step your left foot back, right foot if that's better for your spacing. With the feet about 1.5 meters apart, bring the hands onto the hips and pull the elbows back. Make sure your kneecaps are pulled up and the weight is even on your feet. Then with the elbows squeezing back and collarbones lifted, start to gently bring the body forward just to where you start to feel a stretch in the legs. Now try to look down, not forward, so the back of the neck stays long. Take one more breath here. Now either just bring the hands to the floor and stay there if this stretch is already quite strong for you. Those who are comfortable, start to gently walk the hands back in line with the feet and take the top of the head towards the mat. Squeeze your elbows in if you're going into that deeper variation. Listen to your body. Every day will be different. Last breath here. After exhaling, look forwards, arch the spine. Bring the chin to the throat and gently exhale. Again, arch the spine, breathing in, lengthen navel to throat. Bring the chin in. Exhale, stomach to spine. Keep the legs relaxed. Knees not locked. One more breath. Lift the collarbones. Bring the chin to the throat, breathe out. And leaning onto your hands, just float your feet together. Then stand all the way up. Reach through to the fingertips, maybe stretching up and back. And then lower the hands, breathe out. And standing on your right foot, we'll take Garudasana. So gripping the right toes down, bend the right knee, take the left leg over the right, and see if you can hook the toes under the calf. If you can't get there, just do your best approximation. Then reach the arms wide as you breathe in. Keep a steady gaze. And bring right arm over left. Simple option, give yourself a hug. Those who can, bring the left fingers against the right palm. Try to drop the hips a little lower. Keep the thumbs pointing up and lift the elbows. One more breath. And after you breathe out, unravel hands and legs and bring the left foot into Vriksasana. So simple option, foot to calf. Those who can, foot to the inner right thigh. Then reach up into the fingertips. Lengthen through the whole body. And then bring the hands to the heart. One more breath here. Lift the collarbones, pull the left knee back. And then breathing out, release the hands and the left foot. And we'll take those two postures on the second side. So gripping your left toes down, bend the left knee, which makes the foot hook a little easier. Take the right thigh over the left. And if you can, hook the toes, if not, just approximate. Then open the arms wide as you breathe in. And take left arm over right. So again, those who need, just give yourself a hug, lift the elbows. Those who can, bring right fingers to left palm. Try to sink a little deeper into the hips. Lift the elbows up. And keep the thumbs turned straight up, not out to the side. Just one more breath here. Try to press the left arm to the left, the right to the right. And then gently unravel arms and legs, making your way smoothly into Vriksasana, right foot to left calf, or if you're comfortable, foot to the inner thigh. Reach the arms up and stretch to the fingers as you breathe in. And then bring the hands in front of the heart. Just one more breath here. Lift the collarbones, drop the shoulders, pull the right knee back. And then smoothly lower down and step back to the front of your mat. From the front of your mat, reach the arms wide, stretching up and maybe back as you breathe in. And fold the body forward, hands to shins or mat, and breathe out. Lift the collarbones, arch the spine and inhale. And taking the hands to the mat, make your way lightly back into downward facing dog. So always paying attention to how we move. Stay and rest or move forward into plank. Stay there or smoothly lower to the stomach. Lift chest and hands or take your version of up dog. It's your choice. And make your way back into down dog and breathe out. Take a smooth breath in here. And as you exhale, simultaneously lower the elbows to the mat, keeping the hands where they are. Take another breath in here. And then simultaneously straighten the arms as you breathe out. And because it's so much fun, we'll do that twice more. Take a breath in. Lower the elbows and breathe out nice and smoothly. Take a breath in with the elbows down. And then straighten the arms as you exhale. Once more breathing. Lower the elbows down and exhale. Take another breath. Lift through the sit bones. And then straighten the arms and breathe out. Then lower your knees to the mat, taking them just a little wider than the ribs. Untuck the toes. And just sink into child's pose with the ribs gently between the knees. Take a couple of breaths here. And try to treat it as a rest posture. You can turn the head to one side if it's more comfortable. Soften the hips back, the head and hands forward. Last breath here. And after you exhale, gently bring the body back up. Bring the knees together. And then tuck your toes under and we'll sit on the feet.
I know everyone loves this one. So, with the toes tucked under, sit on the feet. Then take your right arm up, your left arm down, and see if you can bind the hands behind the back. If you can't bind, you can use a strap or a belt, or you can just approximate the position. And those who've got a good bind, try to pull the arms gently away from each other. Take a last breath or two here. Try to relax the shoulders primarily, and of course the soles of the feet a little. After your next out breath, release the arms, just press them wide, stay sitting on the heels, toes tucked. And then swap the arms the other way. So left arm goes up, right arm goes down. For most people this is the tight side, but not for everyone. Again, get your best approximation of the bind or a comfortable bind if you can. And then with the breath starting to slow down, see if you can relax wherever the shoulders feel the tightest. Just one more breath here. Pull the left elbow back, sink into the hips. And then gently release the arms. Press them wide, pull the fingers back, pull the shoulders gently down. And then leaning forward, untuck your toes. That's the bit most people like. And sit onto the feet with the toes untucked. And just give the hips a little rock side to side. It's a nice way to help release the ankles and the fronts of the feet. And then either just cross the ankles, sit back and take the legs out in front, or if you'd like, pick up the hips. You can do this on palms or fists. Take the legs out and lower the body down. Then with your left leg stretched out, bend the right leg out to the side. You can have the foot to the groin if your knees are strong, but if you have any knee issues, foot around the left knee is a better option. Settle both sit bones equally to the mat, reach high to your fingers, and then fold the body forward, maybe just starting with the hands next to the shin. Try to move the sternum forward so we're not closing the front of the body. Keep the back of the neck long. As you feel the body softening, maybe take the hands to the shin or ankle or heel. Keep the crown of the head moving towards the left foot. Keep the breath calm, both in and out through the nose. Keep the belly soft here. Allow your body to soften into the posture rather than forcing it. Just one more breath. After breathing out, gently sit back up, reach high to the hands. Then take your right hand across to the left hand across to right thigh. Take your right arm over your head and start to bring the left shoulder down towards the knee and the right arm over towards the left foot. So we're focusing here on getting a little bit more side stretch rather than just the hamstring stretch. Try to pull the right elbow back a little bit further and turn the body a little more towards the side. If it's comfortable, left hand to right knee might allow you to go a little bit further. And maybe you can hold the foot, but not essential. Just one more breath here. After you breathe out, release the arms high, stretch up to the fingertips. And just finishing here with a short twist to the left. Right hand outside left knee, left hand behind the back.
As you look over your left shoulder, keep the left ear raised. Last out breath here. Then turn the head to the right. Unravel the body. Stretch the right leg out in front. With your right leg stretched out, just press down into palms or fists, beginning just in Dandasana. So roll the shoulders back and just make the hips feel a little bit light. If you're comfortable from there and you're doing stronger stomach work, press down through the hands and just pick up the hips. So I don't want you to pick up the feet today, but just lift the hips. Take one more breath. Press the floor away from you as much as you can. And then gently lower your body down. And keeping your right leg stretched out, we'll repeat the second side. So now left leg bent out to the side. Again, maybe the foot to the groin, but if you have any knee issues, left foot around right knee is a better option. Then reach up into the fingers. Try to have both sit bones equally weighted. And as you breathe out, to begin with, just bring the hands either side of the shin. Pause there for a breath or two, and as you feel the body starting to relax, you can fold a little further forward. Maybe hold the ankle or the heel. And again, keep a sense of the crown of the head moving towards the right big toe. So we're lengthening forward, not just folding down. Keep the right knee pointing straight up. And ideally press out into the right heel. If you're very comfortable, one hand holds the opposite wrist beyond the foot. And after one more calm exhalation, gently sit back up. Reach high to the fingers as you breathe in. And then take your right hand over to the top of the left thigh. Twist a little bit to the left and start to bring your right shoulder down and your left hand over towards the right foot. And we want to try and keep that sense of turning to the side. Otherwise it tends to just be a hamstring stretch rather than a side body stretch. Be attentive in the postures. Note the differences between the two sides of the body. Get to know the body. Fine-tune your awareness. If you did first side for the last couple of breaths, right hand to left knee and maybe left hand to right foot. Try to pull the left elbow back a little further. Just a last breath here. And after you exhale, gently release. Bring the body back up. Reach through to the fingertips. And finishing just for a couple of breaths with our little twist to the right. Ardha Chandrasana 2. Keep the shoulders and face relaxed. Lift the right ear as you turn the body. Last calm breath. And then turn to look forwards. Stretch the left leg out in front. And once more, take our simple Brahmachari Asana. So starting by pressing down and maybe just staying there with a sense of the hips a little light. Those who like on palms or fists, pick up the hips. And if you're comfortable, slide the feet in a little bit, which will make the stomach muscles work just a little bit more. Take one more breath. And after you breathe out, lower the hips back down. And now take your hands back behind you. Again, either on palms or fists, your choice. Pull the shoulders back, lift the collarbones.
And either just stay with the hips down, stretching across the upper chest, or press into the hands with bent or straight legs. Straight legs stronger, bent legs easier. Lift the hips high. Pull the shoulders back. Keep the elbows unlocked. Again, remember you should be able to smile. One more breath. Lift a bit higher if you can. And then gently lower down. Bring the knees into the body. Wrap the arms around the shins. Pull your shoulders down. Lift the collarbones up. Now rock back, find your balance point, and then close your eyes. Try to find the point of weightlessness. Just one more breath here. And after breathing out, bring your left foot back to the floor. Maybe slide it forwards a little bit and place your right ankle on top of the left knee. With your hands behind you, just press into the fingers, lift the collarbones up. And see if you can press the right knee a little bit forwards. It's plenty to stay here, so just focusing on the back remaining nice and straight, or those who are comfortable and want to go a little bit further. Take the arms through, hold the left shin, and bring the left foot a bit closer into the body. And as the left foot comes in closer, right shin comes closer to the body. And that's fine to stay there, but if you're feeling a little bit more comfortable or a bit more enthusiastic, see if you can reach down, hold the left big toe, and take a little balance. Of course, a bit more fun for the left hamstring as well. One more breath here. And then gently release. Into cross-legged, right leg in front. So ideally you'll be in an exaggerated cross-leg with the right foot over the left knee, but any cross-legged will be fine. And just for a couple of breaths, take a little forward bend, a last little stretch for the outer right hip. Last breath here. After you exhale, sit the body back up. Release the right foot, bring it to the floor, and then take the left foot and place the ankle just above the right knee. And again, start with your hands behind you. Pull the shoulders down and back and lift the collarbones up. So it's like we're trying to bring the body forward to the leg, as well as the leg back towards the body. Staying there is fine. Otherwise, take the hands through, take hold of the right shin, and just start to bring the right foot a bit closer into the body, maybe the left knee a little forwards. And of course, staying there is again fine. Otherwise, if you did first side, take hold of the big toe and see if you can straighten the right leg. The balance can be a little tricky here. Keep lifting the collarbones wherever you are. Try to bring the left shin a little closer to the body. Just one more breath. And after breathing out, see if you can bend the right knee and come into cross-legged. Ideally this exaggerated cross-legged position with the left foot outside the right knee. But if you need to, any cross-legged with the left leg in front or on top is fine. Once you're there, take your little forward stretch. A last lengthening release for the outer left hip. Keep the shoulders and the neck relaxed. The breath calm. Last calm exhalation here.
then gently bring the body all the way up. And again, just release the feet, hug your knees into the body, rock back into your balance point. Take one more breath. And after breathing out, just bring your feet to the mat and come to lying down on your stomach. Now I just want you to rest for a couple of breaths with the feet out near the edges of the mat. Take the elbows as far forward as you can and just rest either the forehead or one cheek on the back of the hands. Just take a couple of relaxed abdominal breaths there. And try to feel the resistance of the mat pressing the breath towards the sacrum and kidneys. After your next calm out breath, just bring the feet together. Then with the hands next to the shoulders, lift the chest and hands. Squeeze the elbows in and back. And see if you can raise the right leg, keeping the knees straight. Then gently lower it down and raise the left leg. Squeeze the elbows back, one more breath. Then lower the left leg. Bring your elbows under the shoulders and come into Ardha Bhujangasana, half Cobra. Make sure your shoulders are pulled back, but try to bring the chest forward between the upper arms. In half Cobra, if it feels good for you, you can give the hips a little rock from side to side. Sometimes that releases the front of the hips. If it doesn't feel good, just stay static. Just one more breath here. And then gently lower all the way down. Once more, rest the head on the hands, rock the hips side to side. And after your next calm out breath, once more reach out to the toes, squeeze the elbows back and lift the chest and hands. Now either stay there or see if you can raise both feet just for a few breaths. Exhale one more time here. And then lower the feet to the mat. Either come back to the elbows under shoulders or with hands next to the shoulders, lift into Bhujangasana proper. So again, here we're trying to pull the chest forward between the upper arms. I find it's nicer for the neck to stay looking down, maybe a metre or so in front of you. Take one more breath. Maybe lift the body a little higher. Keep the elbows in. And lower the body gently down. And again, have a rest. Either keep the body still or rock the hips gently side to side if you'd like. Again, relaxed abdominal breathing. And then last time, reach out to the toes. Lift the chest and hands, squeeze the elbows in and back. Stay there if you need, otherwise raise the legs. Then take the hands back and see if you can interlace the fingers. And pull the shoulders gently back. Just another breath, maybe lift a little higher. And then once more, lower the feet, lower the hands, and either on elbows or palms, lift to your version of Bhujangasana. You might find you can go a little bit further each time. Keep the shoulders moving down and back. Keep length in the back of the neck. If you can, breathe into the chest and hold the breath in for a couple of seconds. And gently release and lower down. Again, just resting the head on the hands. Take a breath or two. When you feel ready, roll over onto your back. And to begin with, take your feet out about mat width apart. Let the knees drop together. Just rest the hands somewhere on the belly. Now bring your feet together. Take your hands onto your knees, but let the knees just hang forward over the hips. So we're not hugging them into the body, but rather just letting them gently pull against the arms. Keep the eyes closed, the face and the breath relaxed. And now just start to make little circling movements with your knees. So they're not going too far, but you just want to feel the sacrum, the back of the hips, rolling around on the mat. And then gently change direction and go the other way. And come back to the center. And just if it feels okay for you, lift the head and shoulders off the mat. And then maybe reach out to the hands. Take one more breath here. And then stretch the legs out. Lie back down. Reach the arms over your head for a breath or two. And then take your arms down by your sides, coming into Shavasana. So make sure the arms are not close in by the sides, but maybe 30 to 40 degrees away from the body. Make any little adjustments so you feel comfortable and symmetrical. Let the toes drop out to the sides, let the shoulders drop back towards the mat. And with closed eyes, take your inner focus into Ardha Chakra, the eyebrow center. Start to listen to the sound of your breath. Feel its sensations. Now gently breathe out all the way. And with an 8-second rhythm, deeply breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and smoothly out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in and count to yourself a few more rounds. You can lengthen or shorten the rhythm if you prefer. If you're unsure, just stay with 8 seconds as long as it's comfortable. Each in-breath, bringing fresh oxygen to every cell of the body. On a subtle level, taking prana, the vital energy, to every cell. Each out-breath, removing carbon dioxide from the body. On a subtle level, releasing unnecessary physical, mental and emotional effort.
I want you to just take 3 more breaths like that. Conscious balance of in and out breath, prana and apana. And once you've finished the 3rd exhalation, allow your breath to find its own rhythm without any need for effort or control. And allow the breath to sink down to the abdominal centre, the belly gently rising and falling with the breath. Try to maintain that inner one-pointed focus, that inner dharana on the breath. So you're observing, you're aware, but you're uninvolved, unaffected. And whenever you notice the mind starting to drift off, just for a brief moment acknowledge what it was that distracted you, and then simply come back to the breath. To the present. And to the sense of observing. And for the last few minutes of the practice, just let body, breath, and mind rest and return to stillness. keeping the mind quiet, just start to gently reconnect with the movement of breath within the body. And when you feel ready, start to slowly move your fingers and toes, coming back to the sense of outward movement. Try to keep the mind quiet and present. When you're ready, stretch your arms over your head and lengthen from the toe tips to the fingertips. And then gently bending your knees, roll to your right side. And after resting on your side for a few breaths, make your way back to a comfortable seat. And once you're upright once more, close your eyes. Take a moment to acknowledge the time that you've taken today to nurture body, mind, and heart with the practice. And see if you can stay connected to the quiet mind of Shavasana once you leave your practice space. Gently bring the palms together in front of the heart. And we'll close our practice with the Devi Maha mantra and one long Om. If you don't know the mantra, just listen. Gently breathing in. Sarva Mangala Mangalye Shive Sarvata Sharike Sharanye Triambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. As you breathe in, reach your arms over your head, lengthening through the spine into the fingertips. And as you breathe out, bring the hands to the crown center, the brow center, the throat center, and the heart. And with awareness resting in the heart space, gently release the spine forward one last time. And then gently sit back up. Namaste. Thank you very much for joining me, folks, for sharing the practice with me and allowing me to share it with you. And as I mentioned, any questions, just pop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And I hope to see you again and share these amazing practices of yoga with you in the future. I'll see you soon.